Good morning, boys and girls. I'm going to take you through lesson 3.5. Chapter 3 is going by super fast. And today we're going to look at how addition and subtraction facts are related. As you get better and faster at your addition facts, you'll also get better, faster, and more accurate at your subtraction facts. So one of the things we're going to use today is called a bar model. And it's a way to kind of show or represent how many of something there are. So the first one we're looking at is we're just going to talk about soccer balls. And let's say that Miss Woolett's room has 8 soccer balls and Mrs. Cobb's room has 7 soccer balls. So the way a bar model works is you put one part over here on the left, one part over here on the right, and then this long bar here represents all together. So it's part, part, and whole. Okay, so this long bar represents everything. So if we wanted to see how many soccer balls does second grade have altogether, if Miss Woolett has 8 and Mrs. Cobb has 7 altogether, 8 plus 8 is 16. One less would be 15, kind of my doubles minus 1 strategy. The long bar model on the bottom would be 15. So there would be, if we added the two classrooms together, it'd be 15 soccer balls. Now here, we know how many are all together is 15, and we know Mrs. Cobb has 7, but in this example, we're not sure how many Miss Willett has. So to do this, we'd use a subtraction. We'd make it a subtraction problem. We'd do 15, because we know how many soccer balls in the two classrooms altogether. We'd take away the 7 from Mrs. Cobb's room, and the answer would be how many are left in Miss Willett's room. And so we can do that, we can use that related subtraction to the addition. So if 8 plus 7 is 15, then 15 take away 7 would leave 8. We would even know that if we did it opposite, if we did 15 minus 8, it would leave us 7. Because these facts are all related. I could do all 4 of these. 8 plus, or 7 plus 8 is 15. Because remember, the order that we add doesn't matter. When you add, the order doesn't matter. When you subtract, the order matters a lot. Okay, so we can use a bar model and related subtraction facts to solve some of these problems. Let's look at another. Okay, so for this one, we're going to do 6 plus 7 equals what? And the book already has your answer written, and you can trace over it. But remember, this is the first part. This is the second part. And then this long bar is all together. So if we know the all together, it's 13, and we know what one of the part is, we can simply, here, let me hide that. We can simply use the related subtraction fact to figure out the part. So we know 6 plus 7 is 13. And if we know that, then 13 minus 7 has to equal what? Let's do another strategy. Let's draw a quick picture. Let's do 13, and let's stick with our soccer ball theme. I'll do 13 dots. There's 13 dots. Now let's use the red pen to cross off 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then count how many are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is just what we thought. Let's go back to that. 6 will be left. Because as 6 plus 7 is 13, then 13 minus 7 would be 6. All right, just to make sure that we all understand. Part, part, whole. Part, part, whole. All right, so on this one, we're going to write the sum for the addition fact and the difference for the related facts. All right, so let me get my pen out. Let's do these together. 4 plus 3 more, I can just use a counting on strategy. 4 5, 6, 7. And if I know that 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 minus 3 has to be the other add-in. Add in sum, and then we can come down here, and the 7 is here, the 3, and the 4, because they're related. All right, let's do 2 more. There we go. 6 plus 4. I'm fast at that one because it's a combination of 10. So if we know that 6 plus 4 is 10, then 10 minus 6, look at our numbers, has to be 4. Related subtraction fact. And one more, like this. 8 plus 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 is 14. And if we know 8 plus 6 is 14, then 14 minus 6 has to be 8. And let's look at some problems. All right, Trevor has 7 kites. Pam has 4. How many more kites does Trevor have than Pam? So this is a compare problem. We want to figure out how many more kites Trevor has. Not how many kites are all together, how many they have between them, but how many more. So let's go ahead and draw a picture for this. So Trevor has 7 kites. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And when we compare, let's use a different color, but we want to line them up so we can really compare them. Whoops. Let's make sure it's as big. So 1, 2, Pam has 4. And then we can kind of cross off or cancel to figure out how many Trevor won by, if you want to think of it that way, like a score. So there's even, they cancel out and they cancel out, but he still has 3 more dots or 3 more kites. So Trevor has 3 more kites than Pam. And whenever you're doing a compare, when you find how many more, you can line them up, cross them off, and it will work out for you. That's one good strategy to use. All right, last problem. And this is an interesting one. Let me read it first, and then we'll kind of unpack it together. Mr. Sims has a bag of 7 pears and a bag of 6 pears. His family eats 5 pears. How many pears are left? So this, we have to do a couple of different things. Let's kind of unpack this together. I'll make my marker a little bit thicker. All right, so we know he has a bag with 7 pears. And I'm just going to draw a bag by doing just a big empty square. Here's a bag, and there's 7 pears inside there. So let's do the dots for the pears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then he has another bag with 6 in it. Yes, and let's do 6 more dots for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So he has a bag of 7 and a bag of 6. So if we added those two together, it would be 6. Whoa, that's not going to work. Sorry about that. Let's do a skinny pen. So if we add them together to find out how many pairs he has all together, it would be 7 plus 6. He has 13 altogether. We know that. And if his family eats 5 of them, let's do a cross off. We'll use red to cross off. His family eats 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many would he have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He would have 8 left over. So that's the same as saying 13 minus 5 equals 8. You'd have 8 left over. But it's a two-step problem. We had to add up to find out how many pairs he had altogether. Then we had to subtract what his family ate to find out how many he had left. So we had to do a lot of different things. So you can see that I worked this problem by drawing a picture and by using numbers. And he has 8 pairs left. All right, good luck on today's lesson. If you have any trouble at all, make sure you talk to one of us teachers. Have fun with math today.